Welcome to the Ancient Way. I'm just kidding.
Whoa, you got to say your name.
See, this is why we shouldn't get off course.
We have to let go of things.
Welcome to the Ancient Way. I'm Marlia.
I'm James.
Yeah, that feels weird.
That wasn't that bad, though. It wasn't that bad.
I don't like
That's
it.
going to really shock people when you hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
What
keep it.
is that?
Say we keep it.
I like it.
I got some notes. You know, I take a lot of notes,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm big on my tokens.
Mm.
The Lord, what I've been finding everywhere is I've been finding 2 pennies everywhere. And what's crazy,
Of course you have.
but you remember that word Bobby Connor gave us? I don't know when it was. No, it was before he came on the podcast. It was the first phone call I had with him. He gave me a scripture out of Psalms, and it was about the Lord is your shield.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been asking for that kind of thing, and I've been seeing pennies. I've been finding them everywhere, and it's him like, here's my 2 cents is what I'm getting from it, is him saying, hey, here's my 2 cents. What's really cool, I've got 2 pennies that I put on my desk that I went to the grocery store yesterday. This is the most recent 2 penny occasion. Paid for my stuff. I never pay in cash, but I've had cash recently. So I put my money in the dispenser thing, and I realized there's already change in the little thing, and it's 2 pennies. One of them, the first one, it always has the shield on it. It says 1 cent, and it just has the big shield on it. And then what it says on a penny, when you flip it around, it says liberty and in God we trust. So anyways, here's my 2 cents. I am your shield. And then liberty is like, you're there, you're going there. And then in God we trust. It's like,
Yeah.
what that really is. It's like, trust me, you're okay in this season scenario. These things that are going on right now, as chaotic as it looks like, here's my 2 cents. You're covered. Trust me.
Yo, that is solid.
Yeah. So if anybody finds 2 pennies,
Just know the Lord's telling you
that
you're
may be
covered.
him telling you covered. I mean, and if anything, like we always say, it's like, well, James, pennies, that's our currency. Like pennies are everywhere, regardless.
The Lord is everywhere.
These 2 pennies are speaking to me every time I see them.
You know, I think that is brilliant. I have kind of been on this kick. It just reminded me of this, to be honest. That I've been on this kick about like judgment and how like don't even judge yourself. Like Paul even says that.
Yeah.
I think that there's like when the Lord is bringing in his 2 cents, it is always dismantling judgment.
Yep.
The self-judgment of like, I'm not doing enough. Have I not prayed enough? Have I like, am I even on the right path?
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of, and maybe this is just in my own world or around enough people that just always seem to self-doubt.
Yeah.
And they're questioning. It's like, why do you question your own heart?
Yeah.
Or why do you judge yourself? Like you hear him. Your heart is to know him. Your heart is to follow him.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Yeah. What's the big deal?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are we so concerned that we're off?
All the time. Yeah. That's just a big thing. Yeah.
Why do we, you know, and I've caught myself doing this, but like, Lord, I pray that I'm in alignment.
Yeah.
It's like, why do I think I'm not?
Right.
Why am I self-doubting that I'm not in alignment?
Was that such a merry-go-round?
Yeah. When I wake up and I'm thinking about him.
You're for him. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, my heart is to know him in all his ways. Why am I scared that I'm not?
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
You know, and not to live in, you know, there's this thing that I used to hear a lot and I was just like, man, that just feels religious.
Yeah.
But like, don't do anything out of presumption. Just don't presume. And I was like, that feels like a way to live with a lot of like
logic and
just always watching your own back.
Yeah.
Like, don't presume
make sure your
that you're in
bases are
alignment.
covered. Yeah.
Don't presume that you're in alignment with God.
Yeah. Make sure by covering yourself.
Yeah.
Covering yourself. Yeah.
It feels messy to me,
It does.
but it feels like
It
self-judgment.
feels like work.
Mm-hmm. Whereas, like, what if you just woke up thanking God
Yeah.
that I'm in him and he's in me?
Yeah.
And that that thing, he told me that and showed me one day in the morning and at night,
Yeah.
out of the blue. One was because I had a dream about it, but then at night he like confirmed it
Mm-hmm.
through something random.
Yeah.
It's just so random. But he said, my covenant with you is permanent.
Hmm.
And so that, I was talking about this on the other episode, that my mantra has been, I'm in you and you're in me.
Yeah.
And our covenant is permanent. And
Yeah.
that's, I've been fixated on, of like, it's not about what the judgment that you place upon yourself. Are
Yeah.
you in alignment? Are you not in alignment?
Yeah.
It's living by the reality that this thing is permanent.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
here.
It's fixed. Yep.
Everything
It's
is
not moving.
fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're only going forward.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Anything otherwise is kind of a waste.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's just judgment, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Even this, like,
Hmm.
I think there can be this wrestle of, like, especially for people who have grown up in the religious system,
Yeah.
of like really wanting to make sure they're on the right path,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that they're on the path of life, making
Yeah.
sure that they're walking in the way of righteousness. It's like, dude, is your heart to know him?
Mm-hmm.
You're solid.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't cast judgment or don't cast opinion or anything else.
Yeah.
Like, you're good.
Yep.
If your heart isn't to know him, you just haven't fully known him yet.
And that's part of what we said in the last episode too, is like from that place is
Mhm.
where all movement happens. It's where transformation happens. It's where life changes and evolves and grows. Like everything comes out of that, stems from that place.
That's where joy comes from.
Yep.
I was thinking about this because I've been working on this presentation, because I've had some cool opportunities to meet with different businesses and get to put on this presentation.
Yeah.
But, well, I will be. They haven't happened yet, but so I've been preparing for it. And one of the things that I have been mulling through and thinking through is anybody at any time, at anywhere, everything that they do
Yeah.
in terms of health, quote unquote, emotional health or whatever, everybody's going after two things. They're trying to find peace
Mm-hmm.
and they're trying to be happy. They're trying to find joy.
Yeah.
It's like that's the crux of everything in society.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're unhappy, if you're whatever, like you're looking for peace or you're looking for joy.
Yep. Security, satisfaction. Yeah. Those things.
But
Yeah.
that's peace.
That's what they are. Yeah.
But that's peace. To be satisfied, you'll be happy.
Yep.
Why do you want satisfaction?
Security is, peace.
To have peace. To be stable.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, man, that makes it scary to look at, right? Everything.
Literally. Like
That's what all of it is.
not to be a full reductionist, but also to be a full reductionist.
Yeah,
like
right.
that is everything.
Oh, you just pulled the pin on the whole projection there.
Yeah.
That's true, though.
But even health.
Yeah.
If you're not healthy
Yeah.
and you're looking for it, what are you looking for health with? Peace.
Yeah.
Because everybody is strung out about not being healthy.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So afraid of dying, so afraid of illness, so
Yeah.
afraid of, or the stressors that come with it.
Yeah.
But the root is you want peace in that.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
just like, if that becomes our focus, it's like, Lord, where is peace in the midst of this?
Mm-hmm.
Where is joy in the midst of this?
Yeah.
That's why I think health issues are popping up.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah,
why,
for sure.
like, things will manifest. And do I think God gives them? No. Do I think that we might produce them? Yes.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
I think for a big majority of things, it
Yeah.
is self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah.
Because we're looking for peace and we're looking for joy.
Yeah. Well,
You
he's
know?
the Prince of Peace
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Yeah.
Think about his names,
Mm.
what that means, you know?
Emmanuel, God with us.
Yeah. It's the whole thing. It's like, it's like the Yeah, all the stuff is just so close.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossibly close. It's not impossible, but it's just like more than we can fathom. But it's just, it reinforces that throughout the whole Bible and everything, how close he is.
Mm.
I just don't understand it's so counter for us to view him as far away, or like the Prince of Peace. It's like, that's him.
Yeah.
Like, that's the answer there. Why is it so hard to accept that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, or feel that? This is another thought that I had too, by the way. Sorry. I was thinking about that. Somebody talked about God being they said something and it denoted that he was far away. Like he's way up in the sky somewhere, that he's distant, and it's just so counter. But you know, you hear people talking about the politics and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think, are there elections coming up? That kind of thing? Different kinds? Anyways.
Maybe.
I wrote this down. The amount of energy and focus and desperation and urgency and care that we pour into who the next president is, the stakes that we put on whoever this leader is, it's going to change the world.
Mm-hmm.
I felt the weight of that, the importance of that people feel.
Mm-hmm.
Take that and redirect it toward yourself. The Lord has that amount of like stakes for you to be who you're built to be. It's like we all carry that level of power. If you can redivert that to yourself, it's almost like, hey, you're pouring into the wrong thing. Like you're that valuable.
Yeah.
You are the world changer here. And if you can feel that, you know, I know it's a thing with people. It's like, I hope we're praying. People get in a room and we'll pray for hours and about the next president. But you're that, you know.
I was talking to somebody today. Man, I love my consults. I feel like God is always in the midst of them, and it's so sweet. But I was talking to a lady, and she was just sharing her heart, and she was like, you know, I've lived my good life, and I'm just ready for Jesus to come and just take us all away, because this is just turning into a
dumpster fire.
Yeah, she didn't say dumpster fire, but yeah, I was kind of thinking that. But yeah, she was like, it's just so destructive down here.
Yeah, down here. It's another separation language, sorry.
Yeah. And I was just like, but what if it doesn't have to be that way? And what if the very things that you're projecting don't have to be that way? What if your thoughts on a matter are just because that's what you've been told your whole life?
Yeah.
What if it looked different?
Right.
She was like, yeah, I just don't know about that. I just think Jesus wants us to go on. And I was just like, I said, what if he's in you to display what it actually looks like to be right with God and right with other people?
Yeah.
What if it looked like, what if you're called to be one that is gentle when it feels chaotic?
Yeah.
Or steady when everybody's in turmoil?
Yeah.
And it was just like, you would have thought I punched her. I'm serious. The look on her face was almost like, you've offered me something I never thought possible.
Yeah. Like, how are you even saying this right now?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It was just like that.
Yeah. You're crazy.
Literally.
Yeah.
But what I thought was so fun, because I call myself, I'm a hope dealer. I am.
Good, yeah.
I offered that up to her and she took it.
That's cool.
Like the look was like, holy crap, but she took it.
Yeah.
And you could tell that she was like, what if that is possible?
Yeah.
What if that's possible? Because she was saying like her husband just broke his leg and he's going to die because of it, is what she said.
Wow.
I was just like,
wow. Yeah, it's a jump.
Well, I mean, I see how she logically would get there.
Yeah.
But I was like, that doesn't put in the faith factor.
Yeah. Yeah, or hope.
I was like, you're a Christian, aren't you? Shouldn't you have a little faith in something?
Yeah.
Like you feel like
That's
it'll be different.
Daniel said yesterday in the message. I don't know he said not that specifically, but he said, hey, if you're not living with peace and joy and hope, you're not living as a Christian. I was like,
wow.
damn, that's right, though.
It's
If you're
so
being
true.
led by anxiety and like, you're not living the way you're supposed to, like you're meant to.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a exact conversation, almost as you're saying, with this lady. I had this conversation with a guy talking about kind of like the Mike Parsons stuff, the redemption of all things. What does that look like 1,000 years down the road? And I was talking to this guy about it, about the redemption of all things, that kind of thing. Like, look at what would the cities look like and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going into it. And before I could even get that far into it, he's like, but it will never happen because people are animals. When it boils down to it, and I'm talking to this Christian dude.
Yeah.
Very public and visible Christian dude. And I was like, no, dude. I was like, if you believed that we were able to, that the whole world was going to be redeemed, and you lived that way, you'd be proof that it's possible. Like when we live it and we believe it, that's what opens up the avenue, the opportunity for it. And so, and he still was just like, he was like, no, it's not wishful thinking, but it'll never happen. And I was like, okay, whatever.
It won't for you, bud.
Yeah.
It won't for you.
Right. And I'm just like, well, I believe it. I believe it can.
I believe I'll see it.
It definitely is a long shot. It seems like a long shot. But the fact that we believe it, and I think we believe it more now than ever.
Totally.
I think there's more people now that are considerate of it and that are open to it, malleable, meek, teachable.
Yeah.
And I think he's showing us that.
Yeah, man.
So,
I'm going to believe the best in people.
I am too.
It's
Even
like,
if they
it doesn't
slap
matter.
us in the face, whatever that looks like.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Mm-mm.
I will believe the best in them.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
I just feel like Jesus did things so different.
Yeah.
So we get to do things so different.
Mm-hmm.
And we get to live this out. Like, there is such a fire in me that I want to live exactly like the apostles did.
Yeah.
I want to live on that level of being the exact replica of Jesus, watching him like that and moving.
I know it.
In his, like the way that he moved in the earth, the way that he didn't go after Caesar.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yep.
He wasn't even concerned if he cared that much about like government rule and government stuff, he would have gone after that.
Yeah.
He was so much more concerned about transforming the hearts of people around him.
Yeah. Healing the blind, healing everybody, telling them not to tell anyone about it.
Yeah. Giving people fish, giving people bread.
Yeah.
Dude, think about that.
Yeah.
That bread being communion. He broke his body for 5,000 people because he is the bread of life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, he was giving communion with people.
Wow. What a contrast. Like, if we can apply that.
Yeah.
Apply the person of Jesus, the actions of him, like his ways to now. Just say he decided to show up.
Yeah.
Instead of 2,000 years ago, say he decided to show up now.
Mm-hmm.
Would he be doing all this political stuff that the majority of Christians do? Would he be in the White House running for office? Would he be doing all this stuff? It seems so
backwards.
Foreign.
Mm-hmm.
Like far from him.
Yeah.
It seems I can't picture the two. That's offensive, but I can't picture it. I can't see it.
Yeah.
It's not what he was doing back then.
You look at Paul. Paul was taken.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord led him
Yeah.
to meet with governors.
Yeah.
He didn't go and just go do something on his own strength on
No.
it, though. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was in prison.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
That's how he made his way up there.
He was in front of He was in front of everybody. Everybody on the spectrum hierarchy.
Yeah. But he wasn't going in like...
No, Yeah, he was the prisoner in that situation.
He was the prisoner in that.
Yep.
Like the lowest of low.
Yep.
It's like, man, if we would kind of flip our mind
Yeah.
on how he did things, on how Jesus did things when he walked upon the earth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, I know everybody goes back into that scripture. I think it's like Romans 13, like pray for those in authority and stuff.
Sure.
And I'm here for that.
Definitely.
But also,
they're not our priest, though.
they're not our priest.
Mm-mm.
No, and they're not fixing our world.
No.
Like,
no, they're not.
He's not. Man, I wish, if anything, it's like, if we could recognize that if people would dwell in the fullness of God, that would fix the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we would all recognize that we are the beloved, that
Yeah.
we are made in his image. And if we put that on display for our brothers and sisters, like, I think the Lord changes the times and seasons, so he would accelerate the time where more people recognize it, more people wake up.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done that all along.
Right.
I think it's in his heart to restore all things.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But I think that's why even that concept is coming forth.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about that?
About the political stuff?
Well, just like if his heart was to restore all things, like that is a message I feel like is coming out and becoming more mainstream, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
Because people are ready for it.
They are, yeah.
Because it is shifting.
That's right. We're evidence of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
I thought. Sorry, like a bird, it flew away.
Baby, come back.
Yeah, it'll
Should
come
play
back.
it in a little song.
It'll come back.
But yeah, whether it's the political arena, whether it's like, there was a teaching for a long time about like the 7 mountains.
Yeah.
7 mountains of influence, and whether it's like the political, the educational,
I've heard that before.
The health, like medical arena, whatever. Like, I do think there is a place to infiltrate as ambassadors of light.
Yeah.
But I think that goes in direct relation to how you're geared.
Yeah.
To what your identity is. Like not your identity, the things that you're called to displace or the things that you're called to step into. But yeah, I don't think it's about changing policies.
No, yeah, I don't trust any of them anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If you change the hearts of people.
Just pouring all of your prayer and your intention into that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what if you redirected that and took the work out of it?
And prayed for the people.
Yeah.
Think about this.
Yeah.
Do policies matter if the heart of people are changed back to God?
That's right. Yeah. That's where it originates. Everything originates from the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think policies are relative. People are trying to put policies in to control people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because we're trying to get people into behavior modification.
Right. Yeah. Fallen way.
Yeah. But if people realize.
Playing by fallen rules, fallen game. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just it's just a different way of thinking.
Yeah.
And
it's the people around. I just say, just live in the life and in your spheres and stuff can unlock anything. You never know who's going to come across your sphere. You never know who's going to show up in your house, or you just don't know.
It's true. Yeah, like I think about that for
Divine
us today.
Connections,
just the people that are coming in. It's like, there's something to it.
Yep, there is.
And that's not to be offensive to people who are,
no, not at all.
Feel passionate about all of that.
And we pray for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm not against that either. I'm just saying when it eats your lunch and it keeps you from being the fullness of who he created you to be here. I've seen people that are so hell-bent on that stuff that I can't even connect with them. Mm-hmm. And they're missing out on like what's here. They're missing out on so much redemption, like in their own heart and in their own space.
Yeah. Because I'm not hating on any of that. I think there are some people that are they're very passionate about it. And I think.
Well, and that's where we're at in this moment of time. Mm-hmm. That's where we've gotten to. It's where we are.
Mm-hmm. I just think there's a higher way.
There is. Yeah.
There's a way that's like, come up here.
Yeah.
See from a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Allow yourself to be challenged in that.
Yeah.
Yep. Why not?
Yeah, right.
Why not be challenged in everything? Why not explore everything?
Yep.
It's like, I'm going to circle all the way back to this weird thing. But, we've been talking about several times just about psychedelics and all of that. And man, it was brilliant. The Lord really spoke into it for me.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this doesn't make sense. Like, why are people getting
healed?
Yeah. Like, how is this getting set right?
Yeah.
And, because to me, I was like, it doesn't make sense. People are so okay with pharmaceuticals, but not with
Yeah.
Plant medicine or whatever. Right. But then I realized, and after having so many different conversations, I realized that the psychedelics, even that, is literally a trap.
Yeah.
Like, even going that route to say that something else is going to fix me,
yeah,
or that would help me above all else, keeps people in a perpetual cycle because their behaviors still don't change.
Yeah.
Even if the addiction changed, and they don't have, like, hypothetically, there's a lot of stuff about like narcotics.
Yeah.
Right? Just because they don't have that addiction anymore, if they haven't resolved what caused the addiction, they manifest it in a different vein.
Yeah.
And so I've like been seeing and watching like psychedelics themselves are nothing.
Yeah.
If you don't get back to the root of the issue.
Yep.
Which is wholeness.
Right.
Going after wholeness.
That's true.
Anyways, so I thought that was brilliant, because I think the reason I'm bringing that up about like psychedelics and all of that is because I started thinking about like the all of the things, whether that be politics, psychedelics, health in general, emotional health. Like, if we're looking for something else to fix us, we've disconnected.
Yeah.
We've disconnected from what is true.
That's true.
And so even if we think like, oh, this medication is the only reason I'm still alive, it's like, actually, it's not true.
Right.
That may be the reality that you're living by.
Yeah.
But maybe it doesn't have to be that way.
Right.
Maybe there's a place to explore.
Yeah.
A place to triumph. A place of like contend in faith of like, actually, I don't need that.
Yeah.
But
it's a place of courage a lot of times too. Well,
go have a little courage.
Go forth. Yeah. Yeah, have some courage. You are afraid, have courage.
Yeah. Well, it just made me think, okay, this will be like a fun little exercise if people are bored. Go in and ask, is there any space that I feel like I need a middleman for?
Ooh, yeah.
Or that I feel I have no control over?
Yeah.
And go look in any of those spaces in your life. Like, are you looking for the right president, the middleman?
Yep.
Are you looking for, even in your own health, are you looking for a doctor to fix you? Or are you looking for XYZ? Like, or are you going back into the Lord?
Yeah.
Are you looking to your friends before you ask the Lord about things? Are you looking to your spouse before you talk to the Lord about things?
Yeah.
Like, just, I think it's a great practice.
Are there any middlemen? Yeah.
Yeah. Are there any middlemen?
If you enjoyed this episode of the Ancient Way podcast, drop us a like, share with your friends, share with your family. And if you'd like to support us and what we are doing, and you would like to play a direct role in our growth and the things that we do in the future,
we have a donation spot at the bottom of our show notes. So you can click on that, give however much you want. We appreciate absolutely everything. We appreciate our listeners. And everybody that's already come alongside and encouraged us, and even everybody that's been on our show. So thanks, guys.